Coming up on Valley News now, we're going to get word from our weather team on how long these warm temperatures are sticking around. Plus, we're going to dive into a shooting suspect who is now in custody at Red Lake. We'll have the details on that. Then we get to talk some Bison men's basketball as they're hitting the tourney and they made the big dance. We'll show you how they got things done. Valley News Now is live. And thank you very much for joining us this early afternoon. Duke Schindler here with you on this Monday afternoon as I try to remember what day of the week it is. But this afternoon update, or early afternoon update, I should say, will look a lot like what our 3:30 digital update's going to look like here. Starting off with some weather because we've had some beautiful temperatures here, and we want to give you a little bit of a rundown of what we are going to be seeing here today, as well as through a little bit of the rest of the week here. We'll pull up Lisa Green, as we always love doing here, because she's got an update as Sunday was partly sunny and mild, highs in the 50s if anyone got outside. I actually got outside for once. That was great time to really just get out there and get some vitamin D. It's been quite the last few days here, last couple of weeks with the weather here, so it's always nice, of course, to get a nice mild day like we've had here. Right now, 36 in Fargo, as well as some wind coming in, as we all know, about 15 miles an hour without wind gusts coming from the northwest. But taking a look further down the line here, 37s, it's going to rise up in temperature until about 3 p.m. here and then start to dip down. As you can see, moving over to our 3-day, well, it's going to stick around that 39, 36, somewhere around there. Not quite the 50s we were really starting to get used to or starting to enjoy here, but as we move on to the 10-day, things looking pretty mild. For me, being a Midwest kid all my life, or most of my life, I should say, anything early March, or even, I guess we're heading into mid-March now, anywhere around 32 degrees, I'm kind of jiving with, that's for sure. But for a more updated look and a more in-depth look, let's send it over to Lisa Green with more on your weather and what to expect.
After an incredibly warm weekend, we set record highs. We saw a record high of 60 degrees on Sunday and thunderstorms too in March. Well, after that, things are changing. We're going to flip the switch and winter returns. And that starts tonight. We're watching out for some snow showers coming tonight with temperatures only in the 20s and 30s this afternoon. And that's just the start of a very active and wintry week to come. We'll have more details throughout the day on Valley News Live.
Thank you very much for that, Lisa. And like you saw, record highs and record warmth coming on Sunday. I'm sure everyone, or most people, tried to enjoy it as they could here. But kind of moving on, we got some stories to get into, and first one's going to be coming out of Red Lake as a wanted shooter is now off the streets there near Red Lake. We'll pull up the mugshot right here. This is who the Red Lake Police Department caught, saying Dylan George Taylor is now in custody. He's wanted in connection with a February shooting that left a male victim with serious bodily injuries. Authorities had been searching for Taylor for weeks, describing him as armed and dangerous, and they even offered a $1,000 reward for information leading to his whereabouts, but they did indeed get their guy here. And moving on here, a little more closer to around town, as a Perham-based ministry has shown up every Saturday since November on Fargo's streets. And they're also handing out sweatshirts, jackets, shoes, pizza, and winter care items to those experiencing homelessness. Now, since Valley News Live first covered Celebrate You Outreach Ministry, the ministry's leaders say numerous other ministries have been able to join the cause. We'll bring up our sound here.
Wow, a lot has changed. Not only our perspective, but we have seen a lot of people get permanent help, stable housing. We've given numerous people rides to treatments. It has been absolutely amazing.
And Saturday's gathering actually drew more community members than ever, coming together for group prayers and to hand out supplies side by side. How about that? Now, as the weather warms up here, the ministry's Fargo outreach season is winding down, but they say their work supporting homeless communities across the region is definitely far from over. And bringing it back here, as the North Dakota Superintendent of Public Instruction, Levi Bachmeyer, has launched a campaign for a full term leading the state's Department of Public Instruction. Now, Bachmeyer, appointed by Governor Kelly Armstrong in October, says his platform focuses on strong schools, supporting teachers, engaging families, and setting high expectations for students. He even mentioned, quote, "Our public schools are good today, but they can be great. That starts with putting kids first, supporting great teachers, and making sure resources are going where they matter most, into the classroom, not bureaucracy," end quote. Now, Bachmeyer has been certified to appear on the June primary ballot, as the superintendent's race is nonpartisan. The two top vote getters in June advance to the November general election. As we bring things back here and get into some real exciting stuff as we head over to basketball. Yes, the Bison men's and women's, they were in the Summit League Tournament Championship. Now, the women's team, they fell in a heartbreaker to South Dakota State, who is the same team who broke their 23-game win streak. So now they're at the mercy of the committee on if they can even get into the big dance. But on the men's side, they played a late one last night, but a ticket to the big dance is on the line between the Bison and UND. Let's not waste any time and get right into the highlights here, as NDSU coming out of the half with an 8-point lead, 7 now before Eli King. Oh, the mid-range is a layup if you grind. North Dakota's only down 5 here, but on the other end, Damari Wheeler-Thomas has been a killer this tournament. This time he's driving to the rack, slipping on the floor, but Markai Strickland right there to pick it up and stuff it through. 41-34. Back and forth we go. The 8-point lead at half proved to be pivotal. UND on the attack, and did you see that backdoor pass from Josh Jones and a great reverse finish from Garrett Anderson? Now, NDSU would not let up on this one. For every punch UND threw, they had one to throw back. Trayson Henderson, man's game, counted in the foul. Bison maintained their lead. And check this out. How about this for a dagger? Well, Damari Wheeler-Thomas pulls up off the heel here. What a hustle play. That's what wins you a tournament game, and this is what wins you an entire tournament. Don't do it to him, Damari. Oh, he gets the three and the foul on the step back. Makes it a 4-point play, and UND unable to come back. The Bison are Summit League champs for the first time since 2020, and they will be dancing. All right, we'll bring it back here as we got another special sports segment as the Moorhead Spuds came back to town just last night, and this community was not wasting any time turning out to welcome these champions home. We got Harrison Prey that was on the story, gives us a little insight on this fantastic back-to-back title.
One night after beating top-seeded Minnetonka 5-4 in double overtime, Moorhead's community filled this gym in orange and black to give their Spuds the welcome home they deserved.
It's just really cool to see everyone come out and support us. Our community is really good. They've always been here for us.
Warner netted the game winner in the second overtime period, capping a season in which Moorhead finished 27-3.
Last night it was really special, just how committed the kids were to each other and how they didn't give up, because it would have been pretty easy to.
The Spuds are now the first program to win back-to-back Class AA boys hockey titles in over a decade.
To see people support your kid and all of these kids, that's super heartwarming.
2 years ago, Moorhead had never won a state hockey title. By Sunday night, they were celebrating their second championship in school history. In Moorhead, Harrison Prey, Valley News Live.
Thank you very much as well for that, Harrison. And congratulations to the Spuds. Moorhead High School hockey, they're actually the first hockey team to win back-to-back championships since 2013 and 2014. We're going to wrap up our afternoon update here because a fan favorite is returning to Fargo this summer. That's right, the North Dakota Horse Park opens its 2026 season. Friday, July 10th, my birthday actually, and that runs all the way through Sunday, August 2nd. Now the meet features 8 live racing days across 4 weekends. That includes quarter horse and thoroughbred racing. Family events and special promotions will also be available during those days. Opening day also includes a free t-shirt giveaway for the first 500 paid patrons through the gates. The season, like I mentioned, is going to be wrapping up with Dollar Day on August 2nd, featuring $1 admission, beer, hot dogs, and snacks. And the general admission, that'll be $5, and children 17 and under are going to be free. So for the full schedule, you can visit hrnd.org. Well, thank you very much for joining us here on this Valley News Live afternoon update. We'll be doing this just about every day on the desk, giving you an update on what's going on in the area, what we can get to you, what's been going on this morning, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the above. Thank you very much for joining us here. If you got a smartphone or a mobile device that has smartphone capabilities, of course, make sure you download the VNN News app so you never miss another afternoon update. Or if you got a smart TV like the one behind me here, VNN should be available on that too if you have Fire Stick, Apple TV, or Roku. Thank you very much once again for joining us here on Valley News Now. For Duke Schindler, we'll catch you later.